Hi, this is Tom from Infinity Bricks, and I'm just bringing to you my reveal for the DC MOC project that I've been working on. Now, this set is basically a combination of 3 sets, which is Jokerland, Prison Island, which is a Lego City set, and Scooby-Doo's Mystery Mansion. Now, I was inspired when I saw the Jokerland set. I think the set's fantastic. You've got some great minifigures, but in particular what I really liked was the brick-built Joker's head, which is on the top of the slide. I also really liked the Batmobile as well, because I'm a fan of the Tim Burton films, and the Batmobile looked very, very similar to the Tim Burton Batmobile. So I was very keen to get that set, and I really wanted to utilise as much of that as I could and create something new. So I had a scout around and I saw the other sets, the Scooby-Doo set and the City set, and I thought I could combine all these together and make something like a Joker's Asylum. Now, I'm a massive fan of the Arkham Asylum games by ROCKSTEADY, and in the first game you come to the visitor centre and you have the Joker's head as a doorway, and as you walk through you come through past the Joker mannequins with a TV on its head. Now, I really wanted to do something similar to that, just to sort of pay a little bit of homage to that. So in combining these 3 sets together, I've come up with this. Now, I've included in this photo the Arkham City Breakout, which I will be reviewing shortly, but just to show in context, this is my current Arkham area. So my plan on the big scale is to obviously build upon this and make it even bigger. But what you can see is I have kept the head pretty much as it was from the Jokerland set and used that as the entranceway into this building. And you can see that I've got the Joker there, and there's a few other little bits as well. I've also used the Scooby-Doo Greenhouse. I really liked it as it was, and I've attached that to the side, so I'll show you a little bit more on that with some close-ups. But here with the entranceway, Joker is standing there in the door. There's a tongue there, which was in the original build, but I had to adjust quite a few little bits just to make sure I could attach it to the building in a really sort of steady way. I didn't just use the parts from those 3 sets. There's a few things like the minifigures, so I've got the gargoyles, which came from the Monsters minifigure series. I put those in there because I thought they'd work really well. And there's a few other things that I've done, like attached little lights to the outside of the building. Those little elements you would have used from my own sort of stock. But as you can see, it's got all sorts of things going on. You've got like cameras on the outside, turrets. You've got a bat on the belfry, and on the top there's a prison cell, which if you have a close-up you see that Batman's in there, and at the back of that cell there's a stained glass window. That's just quite a fun little part to start with. Underneath you can see that you've got this frame that I've built with the rafters, and I've used the purple and brown bricks. But going down into the middle you have an area there which is kind of like the Joker's nutty sort of experimentation area, where he locks up people and then starts to experiment on them. He has a camera there, so he's known for his photography and videos. And you've got all of his chemicals with Bunsen burners, and he's kind of coming up with some sort of laughing gas or something else. So it's just kind of like a nutty experimental area. He also has a tannoy system, which is in Arkham Asylum, so you've got these speakers around. And as you go to the bottom there, you have the Joker mannequin with a TV on his head. So there he can kind of display what's happening. A few other prison cells, you've got Starfire there locked away, and there's an exit there for her to escape, which takes her to the outside of the building where there's a bit of foliage. That can be rotated out of the way, and that just gives prisoners an exit, so when the Joker captures them they can get out. Now in the cell, if you take a close look, you've got the sink there and a tap, and also you've got brick built beds as well. And I've kept a lot of the functionality of that head. I had to adjust it a little bit so it would still be able to rotate the eyes, which I really wanted to do. And as it was standard anyway, the hat you can move from left to right, but this time you have to just do it manually. But I really like the posability of the figure. I love the fact you can move things around. Now the Scooby-Doo Greenhouse I've kept pretty much the same. I took out the purple bricks and replaced them with grey bricks, but I increased the foliage on the inside. You still have that man-eating plant, but I've put a lot more in there with flowers and sort of vines and all sorts of things growing. And I also put in another monster minifigure, which is the kind of plant head, which is like a minion for Poison Ivy. So yeah, so that's in there. Now the Batmobile, I made quite a few adjustments to the front. I actually took out the whole front segment, which had these sort of firing missiles, and I replaced it with something which I thought was much more reminiscent of the original film. Now I do want to replace that silver part at the front with black just to kind of make it even more so. I took out a lot of the middle section as well and built up that sort of area and just adjusted the back very, very slightly, but the majority of the build has remained the same. It did look fantastic anyway. I changed the wheels from yellow to grey but kept the interior yellow because I thought that looked really cool, but overall I feel like I've captured the look of the Batmobile. Now in the prison set you had a balloon which was red and black, which just made sense to give that to Harley, so I just kind of built it up. And I took the ducks as well from Jokerland, which were on the Ferris wheel, and just built a sort of duck vehicle for the Penguin. That was kind of reminiscent of Batman Returns. Now there are other elements as well which I just left the same, so you've got like the Penguin and the little Joker robot and the cannon. But overall I'm really happy with this build. I'm planning to increase its size. The most recent rumours that I've heard about the Lego Batman movie, which will be coming out soon, is that there will be another Arkham Asylum coming out with it, which is priced to probably translate to about £100 here in the UK. Very keen to get that, and I'll probably just end up adding to this Arkham Asylum and making it even bigger. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you a quick view of it to show you where I am currently. I'm very happy with it, and I have got plans to make that grow. I will be focusing mostly on the Marvel sets before Christmas, and then as these sets come to release during that Christmas period, I'll then start focusing on my Batman sets as well. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe for any future content, and please share the video as well. It'd be great to get this shown around, and yeah, look forward to speaking to you again soon.